Hey, it's Phil from Euroheat, and if you're considering installing a geothermal heating and cooling system, a hydronic floor heating and cooling system, or any type of integrated hydronic heating and cooling system, it's really important to know when to engage your designer and installer so that you get a good outcome. So you get an efficient system and a comfortable system, and it does everything that you want it to do efficiently and effectively. So sometimes what happens is we'll get a call and either the architect or the client or the builder will say, hey Phil, or hey Euroheat, we really need you to come in. We've got this project going and we want a geothermal heating and cooling system with air conditioning, with floor heating and cooling, with hot water, with pool heating, the works. But first of all, we need you to design and install it today, and then we need you to commission it in 2 weeks' time. And obviously that's too late. And it's too late because a lot of the important decisions are made during the design process. So after the architect has made the initial sort of concept design, done that, but hasn't yet done all the working detailed drawings and gone into the nitty-gritty specifics, that's actually when we need to come in, or your chosen designer and installer of these systems needs to come in. And the reason behind this is that at this stage, it's easy to discuss with the architect, with the engineer, with the client, exactly what they want and integrate it well into their house. So sometimes a builder or the architect will say, oh, we need you to install it, and we just thought we would include it, let's say the geothermal system, it's going to work this way, this part of the house, and then we'll come along and have a look at it and say, look, it's not actually going to work well the way that you thought it would. In some situations it would, but for this particular location and what you want it to do, it's not actually going to work that well, and it's too late to actually change anything. So it's like, catch-22. What do? Do you install it and hope for the best, even though we're pretty sure it's not going to work well? Or do we scrap the whole design, start everything again, and the architect has to basically redraw it all again? Or sometimes an architect will innocently include, say, floor heating and cooling within a suspended slab. And we'll say, look, we can't really do it. That's not the way to do it. It's not going to work well. It's going to cost heaps to run. It's not going to be warm or cold in the building like what we want it to be, depending on whether it's winter or summer. And the client's going to be unhappy, and everyone's going to be getting phone calls saying, what's going on? It's not working. So it's super important to get your chosen designer and even installer into the process, involved in the process right from the get-go. And if they know what they're doing and they have experience, then they can guide you along the process and let you know how you should incorporate the system into what you want to do with let's say the air conditioning, floor heating, cooling, tap hot water, pool, cellar, whatever it may be, and how best to design it into the building, say into like how best to have the air conditioning, whether it should be a air displacement system or a traditional air conditioning system, how to have the floor heating and cooling, should it be in screed or on timber battens. All these decisions need to be made during the design phase at the very start, and this will ensure that you have a system that works well, doesn't cost you an arm and a leg, and that you're going to be happy with at the end of the day. So if you would like help designing and even installing when the time comes your geothermal, water source, air source, hydronic integrated heating and cooling system, give us a call at Euroheat. We'd love to help you from the very get-go, even though your project may not be built for another 24 months. We love getting in at the start to help you make the right decisions so that you know that it's going to be an efficient and comfortable system for the house.